Okay, first up today, you are going to be cutting out your dominoes. This is the sheet. Remember, we kept these white part included, so that way we could glue them down on a piece of paper like this. And you notice I kept really large parts of the bottom of the domino so that I would have more to glue. So when you cut these out, maybe cut more than just this little bit. Cut a whole bunch of the white part extra. That'll make it a lot easier. You're gonna wanna glue this so that it goes in order of like 1 through 12, and it should end with this explosion part. If you wanna cut this out, you wanna decorate this, cause an effect. This is how this page should look. This is our title page. This is what this should look like finished up. Next, we are gonna be needing to get 2 different pages. One side has 4 squares and 4 squares on the back. The other one just has 2 and 2. You're going to be creating a book. When you're all done, it says cover, and it opens up panel 2, panel 3, panel 4, panel 5. It should all be in sequence, okay? Here's how you're going to do that. First up, you're going to take this paper and you're going to fold it in half and try to get it really precise. Now that I have it folded in half, I want to cut along my fold line. If you notice, my fold line is not exactly on my dotted line, but it doesn't matter. I want to cut on the fold is how I want to be the most accurate. Feel free to pause the video to get it to be, stay caught up with me here. You might already have this page done. It doesn't have to be exactly as long as it's close. Okay, you need to do that with this one, and you need to do it with this one too. The bottom part here, this is one's gonna be all garbage. So again, fold on the dotted line. And it doesn't matter where the dotted line is, it matters that you cut closer to the fold than anything else. All right, now, same thing. These pages need to get folded in half this way. And the closer, the more accurate you can get them folded in half, the better. Okay, so we're gonna fold all 3 of these panels. Don't care about the dotted line there in the middle. Just want to fold them. All right, done. Now, what we want to do, we want to open this up, and you can see on this page that there's a dotted line going from here to here. We want to cut, but we don't want to cut on the dotted line. We want to cut on the seam, and we want to end about here. If you look, here it is too, but it didn't quite print and match up. So what I want to do is I want to cut this one on my edge that I folded, and I want to stop at about the dot. Turn it around and cut at about the dot. Okay? That was my back cover and panel 3. There's another panel here. This one opens up. It's panel 10, panel 5, and it has the same thing. Dotted lines going up, dotted lines going down. We want to cut up to the dotted line. Remember, we're cutting on the fold, not on the dotted line. We don't care about the dotted line. I got those 2 done. And I have my last panel. My last panel is, one of these says panel 8, and it says cover. And notice the dotted lines on the inside. I don't need to cut from here to here. So the way that I do that, easiest, is I just start right about here, and I just trim away a little edge off to the side. All right, and I just trim a little bit away and just end it right there. So now that this opens up, this page has a hole in it, and that's exactly the way we want it. All right, so here's how we need to hold this. Feel free, pause if you need to. What we need to do is we want to hold this page that's marked cover, okay, so that we have a hole in it going this. We want to hold it here so that we have panel 2 on this side and panel 7 here with the hole in the middle, okay? Then we want to grab panel number 10. Panel number 10 is right here on the left-hand side, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over to make it a lot smaller of a page. We're going to then take panel 2 and panel 7. Here's our panel 10 that we folded, and we're going to feed it through the hole that we just cut. Okay, here it is. I pull it right through, I open it up, and now I've created my first page, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do that one more time. I'm gonna open it back up so I can see and hold panel 2. I have a hole, my finger can go through it. I'm gonna grab the last page now, and I'm gonna find the one that says back cover, okay? Panel 4, panel 11, back cover. Find the one that says back cover, and you're gonna do the exact same thing. You're gonna fold it up to make it small, like a key, and you're gonna put it through the keyhole through panel 2. So you fold it right on through, and now you have made a lockbook. The book is locked together. You can now get it to the cover page. You can fold it a little flatter. Some of my pages aren't perfect, but it's good enough. If you did this correct, it should go cover, panel 2, panel 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, panel 10, panel 11, and back cover. Again, if you mess that up and put one of the pages in the wrong way, fold it back, take it out, and follow the direction for how we have it. On the cover, we want to decorate this cover. In here, it wants you to color in the map, color in the key for panel 2 and 3. This is the North America map in 1750. It's before the French and Indian War. So we need to color this the French and Indian War lockbook. We want to have that as a cover, as a decoration here. French and Indian War book. This is the map before the war. This is the map after the war. And you're going to find this information in your book. You'll find the map before the war on page 81, looking like this. You can use whatever colors you want. I would use red for British, blue for French. That's just pretty consistent historically. And then you'll find the map after the war on page 138, 139. You'll find on page 138 a map of what it looks like kind of after the war. Again, they might use different colors than you. You can use whatever colors you'd like. So when you're all done, you can then, on that same page where you just finished here, you can then read about who fought who in the French Indian War, when did it take place. We want to write just a brief a couple sentences. What caused this war to happen? Where was the fighting at? What were the results of the war? You can get that from looking at the map, but you also need to skim through that section. How did the map change? And that is pretty easy by looking at your beginning, before the war, and you're after the war. Send me a message if you have any questions.